right. All right. Here we go. Okay, now. Now, I have an idea that I think may be a great idea. Let me look. Let me look at the and see exactly how things are. All right. Now, that's the way things are. For just $10. Oh, yeah, darn. For just $10. Oh, yeah, darn. Yeah, here we are. Oh, yeah, darn. Laura Lee, good to see you. Good to see you, Laura Lee. Now, my idea for the nomadic living situation is the concept of almost like you know, a group home. Now, nomadic people living in RVs, obviously traveling, don't really have a permanent place to stay. They move around. But if you're a nomadic person, legally you have to have an address, and it's good to have a home base, a place to be able to park your RV when you break down, just like Van City Van Life and people like that. He has a shop to go to. I mean, RV Davy has the Davy property, and um, Nomadic Fanatic has the Nomadic Fanatic property. Um, so a lot of these people have played Just Incredible. Still loves his camper van, but he bought a piece of property now. But I was thinking, well, everybody shouldn't have to go out and buy property to live. I'm thinking an option, a house or a piece of property that's either owned in common. If there are six nomads, you have maybe all six of them have the property in the name of all six people, and they go together and pay on it. Or one person or one party owns it, and people maybe pay rent to be able to have a legal address. By using that property as a legal address, several nomads use that one house or piece of property as their address for multiple people to share that address, and it's like a timeshare. No matter what, but Barley, but if Jim has a house, Jim has a house. He's a nomad. All six people and several of Jim's friends are nomads. Or maybe some people that Jim doesn't know, they pay to live at Jim's house. They pay to live at Jim's house. And it's okay. Good to see you, Lorelei. And they pay to stay there. And they can come to the property and work on their RVs when they break down or whatever. It's kind of like a group home, you know. Almost like a hippie commune, but the hippies don't live at the commune all the time. The hippies use the commune for their legal address and to stop there and work on their buses or Volkswagen vans whenever they want to. You know, when they take turns using the property, and it's like it gives several people a legal address. And if you had not just one of these properties, but a bunch of these kind of properties all over the country, people use that as their legal address and stay there when they if they needed to. If any officers or officials come around asking if this person really lives there or doesn't really live there, they can have some cots there. You know, put the person's name on it. Hey, this is Steve's cot. He sleeps in the back bedroom with Bill. David sleeps with Jeremy, and they sleep two to a room. You know, it's a 3-bedroom house. The nomads would live there, and they sleep two to a room. Even though they don't really sleep two to a room, they have a cot there with Jeremy and Bill's name on it. So if anybody comes around saying, does they really live there? Is this really a place where they have? It's like, show me where they stay. And it's like, this is Bill's cot. He sleeps in the back bedroom. And basically, that's what it amounts to. Because you got to think about it. If we're going to be nomads in society, what if everyone was a nomad? What if everyone did it? Obviously, if everyone's a nomad, everyone can't just use someone else's address and not pay anything at all. I mean, even if you paid $100 a month to use someone's legal address, with them knowing what you're doing, you have millions of people living in the RVs and having these group homes for people to use as their addresses. You still have the houses, you still have the properties, and you still have people with legal addresses, but they travel in their RVs most of the time. But they satisfy that a lot of requirement that a lot of places have that you have a legal address to put on your driver's license or whatever. Even though that may not be your mailing address, that's your domicile address, is what I'm saying. You would be paying $100 a month to Jim, who owns the house, to use the domicile. So basically, you're renting out domiciles because these people are going to be using mail forwarding services. But even though I bought the new truck camper, the big one, it's not ready to live in yet. I'm going to have that big one parked here. And live in this camper, this little one. So basically, that's what my idea is like a legal group home domicile. You know. Excuse me. I'll be right back. Yeah, but this little camper here is perfect for boondocking, and I can have the big camper because I always wanted a bigger Coachman truck camper. But this one is going to be my home. This little Coachman, 88 Coachman. You know. That's my idea, and then I'll do a short video. Basically, you have your house, these homes, you know, people have to have industry. People have to have jobs, you know? I mean, some people are going to be living in these houses. Some people live in these houses. You know, there are some people. What I'm saying. Some people live in these houses, but some people don't live in them. I mean, they use it as their domicile. They use it as their legal domicile, but they're out there in these RVs. See what I'm saying? They're out there in these RVs, and we have multiple people doing the same thing in different houses. You know, it's their satellite residence. Your main residence is the place where you have your legal domicile, and then they all get their mail here, and they all have a cot in that house. All of them have a cot in that house, which would be the minimum, would be technically a place for that person designated to sleep at. I mean, if this house has 2 bedrooms, there are 3 guys in 1 bedroom. 6 people in the house, 3 guys to a bedroom. I mean, 3 nomads to a bedroom, and they all have a cot that's in that house with their name on it, which is a legal designated place to sleep in the house. And but they're not really going to be there. They have the option of being able to be there, maybe, hypothetically. But they're living in their RVs, and if they want to park in front of that house, or park on the property long enough to fix that camper, they can do that. Basically, that's their idea. I'm going to make an actual video. Catch you later, Lorelei. Thank you for coming in. Bye-bye.